Good morning, everyone. On August of 2020, 23-year-old Yesenia Aguilar was living in Anaheim with her husband, and she was about 35 weeks pregnant with her first baby. One night, she and her husband decided to walk to a local dinner place, and on the way back, they were taking the sidewalk when a drunk driver came off the road, up on the curb, and struck the couple. Sadly, Yesenia died that night while being transported to the UC Irvine Medical Center. Today, I hope to remind everyone of the dangers of drunk driving and encourage you to prevent it when possible. Devastatingly, around 11,000 people were killed last year in the U.S. alone due to drunk drivers. Yet 43% of Americans, including 56% of men, admit to driving drunk. Many people are aware of the risks, and it shouldn't take a tragic accident to realize you are too intoxicated to drive. First, I will explain the legal implications of drinking and driving, followed by the safety implications, and finally, I will offer alternatives to those that find themselves needing transportation while under the influence. First, getting stopped by the cops while being the best result as no one else gets hurt could have serious implications for the intoxicated driver. According to California laws, a first-time offense for a DUI results in a misdemeanor. This is punished by a 4-month suspended license, probation, fines, and the possible installation of an ignition interlock device given by the DMV website. This is the lowest possible punishment. Now, when you get to repeat offenders, they have the claim that what you are doing is wrong and could potentially cause harm to others. So these charges will become a little bit more harsher. This could be punished by a 1-year license suspension, jail time, and an installation of the ignition interlock device for 1 year following. If you have a child in the car, you may face endangerment charges. And if you cause death to anyone, you may face manslaughter felony charges. This is fines of up to $10,000, 10 years in federal prison, and formal felony probation. Clearly, criminal charges are not enough alone to prevent drunk driving entirely. Now I'll explain just how high risk drunk driving is to yourself and others. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, about 32% of all vehicle collision fatalities involve intoxicated drivers. This is a very startling statistic considering that all these accidents would have been prevented had that drunk driver made the decision to not drive on that occasion. Driving drunk makes you more likely to speed. We all know alcohol lowers our inhibitions and you do not make the best choices while under the influence. The National Library of Medicine claims that drinking is associated with driving-related risk-taking. This makes you more likely to cause an accident, causing harm or death to others. When you are drunk, you are more likely to overestimate your ability to drive, so you don't realize these mistakes you could be making. And these accidents not only risk intoxicated drivers, but all the other innocent drivers on the road as well. Remember, you share the road with them, and you never know who is in the car next to you. Could be someone driving home, like a nurse from a night shift, and they're trying to support their family while helping others. Could be a family, for example, on the way back from a long trip. And no matter who it is, their life is important, and it should not be worth the risk of getting your car home. Finally, I will offer alternatives to driving should you ever find yourself needing to get home after a few drinks. We've all heard of having a designated driver. When I'm with my friends, we will take turns rotating it out. So when it's not your turn to drink, you still know the next time we're going to go out, you'll have the opportunity. No one's really missing out, and there's not a bunch of pressure like, I have to have fun now because this is my only chance. We have that kind of trust built, and we're comfortable switching off in that kind of way. If not, there's other apps such as Uber and Lyft. You can order rides ahead of time. You can find rides for not only yourself, but you can order it for your friends too, should you ever need to. And if neither of those work and you do not want to leave your car, you can always sleep in the passenger seat, wait till the morning, till you're feeling sober, and drive home then. To avoid a DUI suspicion, you can also unlock your car and open your trunk, and then lock your keys in your trunk and close it, and then lock your car from the inside once you're there so that That way there's no reasonable suspicion that you would be trying to drive under the influence. And I encourage you to offer help to others. Always be aware, like when you're going out with your friends, make sure everyone gets home. Ask people how they're getting home, and just always try your best to be aware of the situations around you. You never know when you're going out with your friends. If it could be the last time you're seeing them. So just really try your best to be aware in these situations. Now we have discussed the criminal liability and safety risks of drunk driving. I hope to have persuaded you to not drink and drive, as well as to prevent others from doing so as well. And that will conclude my speech. This case I mentioned at the beginning was so sad to hear about. My father works in collision investigation for the city of Anaheim, and I remember the night he was called in. It's really sad that Yesenia didn't make it, but thankfully when she did get to UCI, the medical center, doctors were able to do a C-section and they saved her baby, but she will grow up without a mom. And as for the driver, she did have prior convictions. She knew that driving drunk was wrong. Thankfully, that case has finally gone to trial now, and the driver did plead guilty. She got her full sentencing. Not that this means justice was served for Yesenia, but at least no one can get hurt because of this reckless drunk driver. It's really sad to experience all of these things. No one should have to go through that, especially for her baby to now grow up without a mom. So I really just hope everyone can really take what I'm saying into an account the next time they're going out. It's fun to go out and have drinks, but it's never worth risking someone's life. Remember, alcohol impairs judgment, so it's key to make a plan before drinking and sticking with that plan once you have started drinking, because you are in the most stable state of mind when you're sober, and once you start drinking, you're going to start giving yourself shortcuts. So really just work on sticking to a plan and be safe. I hope everyone else... Can I crop it?